The time has finally come. I've had plenty of time to lick my wounds and really sink in on what this 2023 Warriors season was and give a grade and let you know how I came to that grade. So let's start here. As a B minus C plus student myself, I know what it takes to get over that hump. And when you don't do enough to get over that hump, and because of that, even though I want to give the Warriors a B minus, it has to be a C plus because of some things that they tried to handle correctly and it didn't end up working out. Let's start with things that they did handle correctly, but it also didn't work out. Andrew Wiggins, signing him. He was instrumental in the championship run. Unfortunately, this season could not stay on the court, whether it was health or personal reasons. Jordan Poole, when it comes to just signing Jordan Poole, that was the right move to me. Unfortunately, he just regressed really bad. I know he averaged 20 points per game, but was it just me or did it never really feel like that? Did it feel like he would balloon it up in certain spot starts or certain situations where he was playing with non-starters, things like that? Either way, he did average it, but it didn't really matter because once he faced real defenses in the playoffs, he could do absolutely nothing. But in terms of paying those guys, I think the Warriors made the right decision. Now, let's talk about where they messed up. It's been talked about ad nauseum, but you got to bring it up here. Jonathan Kuminga, whatever that was. Moses Moody, we saw what he was able to do in the playoffs. Jonathan Kuminga played at the beginning of the year, a little bit in the middle, then didn't play at the end. Moses Moody didn't really play at the beginning or the middle, then played at the end. James Wiseman got moved for GP2, who did help the Warriors, but ultimately, was it worth giving up a young piece for a run that didn't even end up being a championship run? And GP2 was injured. Obviously, you didn't know that. So that is a huge knock on the Warriors right there and how they move forward from this. Jonathan Kuminga, he wants more time. Moses Moody, he's a consummate professional, feels like a full-blown veteran, even though he's so young as well. I think he'll be fine. And obviously, James Wiseman's gone. Now, let's talk about some of the things outside of the X's and O's. And yes, I got to go there. The punch. Draymond Green and Jordan Poole. Now, here's the thing with Draymond Green and Jordan Poole that a lot of people don't talk about. Draymond Green, when he got after it with Kevin Durant all those years ago, Draymond Green got suspended. So if you're Jordan Poole, you're telling me, so Draymond Green couldn't even yell at Kevin Durant and not get suspended, but he can punch me in my face and not get suspended. So in this world where you have a superstar in Steph Curry, where he makes it feel like everybody's equal, the front office is telling you right now, no, everybody isn't equal, Jordan. We're going to pay you, right? We're going to give you that step-parent, step-dad, stepmother hush money, if you will, which sounds terrible. We're going to pay you, and hopefully we can move forward. But they did not ever hold Draymond Green accountable. And I think that was a huge part of it. I'll take the money, but it still doesn't mean that I feel like you respect me and what I've done. So I think that was a huge botch job by the Warriors. I know they had ring night, but you could have done something to suspend them the games after that. I don't know what it is, but they did not handle that well. Now you have a situation where you have a core that is expensive. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, they're being very open about we want to stay together. Well, look, guys, you got to look yourselves in the mirror and figure out what this is really going to be. Klay Thompson, you're going to have to take a pay cut. That's just what it is. You can't defend at the level you used to, and your shooting is spotty. I think the Warriors might have actually dodged a bullet with Klay playing so poorly because he can't demand anything more. If the Warriors had still gone out in the second round and Klay was on a burner, you would have had to pay him. And we know that's not really who Klay is at this point. No disrespect, not trying to come off like Charles Barkley. Draymond Green, this is a guy who can turn it on, but he's not going to turn it on for 82 games or even 16 games. He's just not going to do it. You're going to get him in spots, and they're going to be really good spots, but he can't sustain that every single day. So who do you bring in? Who can you move things around to help this core? You heard OG Anunoby. You heard who else? Pascal Siakam. These are all names that we continue to hear. I don't know if the money makes sense. And lastly, I would say Joe Lacob deciding at the time it felt like Bob Myers wanted to stay. Then Joe Lacob doesn't extend him. Now Bob Myers wants time. I still haven't actually heard that Joe Lacob has said, hey, I do want you back. It's just now Bob Myers saying, I want to take some time. So I think that was botched as well. And because of that, because of all those things, you got to go C+. I still got love for the Warriors. I still believe in them, unlike some of these national mouthpieces saying that they're done. That's just the easy thing. A broken clock is right twice a day. You know that kid that calls, oh, this is a home run. When you go to a baseball game, every single pitch and someone finally hits it and they say, look, I'm right. That's exactly what those guys out there, those media members do. So we ain't doing all that. We're not giving up on the Dubs, but realistically, they got to make some changes and they got to make them fast.